Booker Prize 2020, Douglas Stuart's novel Shaggy Bane wins. Douglas Stuart has won the Booker Prize for Shaggy Bane, his debut novel about a boy in 1980s Glasgow trying to support his mother as she struggles with addiction and poverty. Chair of Judges Margaret Busby said the judge's decision was anonymous and they only took an hour to decide. The book is challenging, intimate, and gripping. Anyone who reads it will never feel the same, she said. Stuart, 44, said he was absolutely stunned to win. Virtual hug for nominees. He dedicated his book and his prize to his mother, who died of alcoholism when he was 16. The writer added he would like to give his fellow nominees a hug, and that the greatest gift was being able to touch readers' lives. The novel follows the life of Agnes Bane, who is descending into despair and struggling with alcohol after the breakdown of her marriage. All but one of her children have been driven away by her deterioration, and the child Shaggy struggles to help Agnes while suffering huge personal problems of his own. The novel is destined to be a classic, and is full of such emotional rage, a book that can make you laugh as well as make you cry, Busby said. It's dealing with tough subject matter, with characters not having an easy time. Some of the things that happen will make you smile, but it's not one where everyone lives happily ever after. It's not a pleasant read, but it's a hopeful read, challenging, intimate, gripping. Stuart, who grew up in Glasgow and lives in New York, is the second Scot to win the prize, following James Cameron in 1994 for How Late It Was. How Late. Stuart has said the book changed his life because it's one of the first times he had seen his people and dialect on the page. The writer, who made New York his home to start a career in fashion design, started writing his book a decade ago. He told the BBC Shaggy Bane was a love story, often tested love that children can have for flawed parents. I'm sorry if I make it sound like a bleak book. It's actually very funny, it's tender, and there's a lot of intimacy and love. I think that's the Glaswegian spirit. Growing up in Glasgow was, I think, probably one of the greatest inspirations of my life, he said. Part of the reason Shaggy is queer is because I am queer and I grew up in Glasgow. I also like the balance Shaggy offered to Agnes because it's really about how these two are receding from the world and how they cling to each other and rely on each other, he added. My heart is in Scotland, he said after his win, that for 30 years I've carried a lot of loss and love and pain. So I wanted to say what it is like to write this have been hugely cathartic. The writer said that getting on the Booker long list made a huge difference to him, as it was published just before lockdown in the US, resulting in sales being swallowed by the coronavirus pandemic. He is hoping the prize money will help him focus on my writing, which will now be his main career, as well as help him return to Glasgow. I married an American, which is why I'm here, but my heart is in Scotland. My family are all still there. I'm always looking for a way home, he said. Strict new judging rules. The ceremony, broadcast from London's Roundhouse, included contributions from the Duchess of Cornwall and former US President Barack Obama. Sir Kazuo Ishiguro, who won the 1989 Booker for the remains of the day, was also part of the socially distanced proceedings, along with last year's joint winners Margaret Atwood and Bernardine Evaristo. Gabby Wood, the literary director of the Booker Prize Foundation, said the judges were under strict instructions not to have more than one winner for this year's $50,000 prize. She added that under new guidelines, if they could not agree on a winner, a majority vote would be honored. Both characters got under your skin. Hooray! The Booker judges do not always get it right, but this year they are spot on. For me, Shaggy Bane was undoubtedly the best novel on this year's short list. Be warned though, it is not an easy read. A haunting story of poverty and addiction in 1980s Scotland, it can be grim and upsetting. Douglas Stuart has said it made him feel quite sad writing it. I admit, there was only so much I could read at the time, but it is a novel that is full of love and compassion. Shaggy is so sweet, gentle soul who is no right, longs to be normal and will do anything for his mother, despite their chaotic life. And while Agnes is selfish and self-destructive, she can be warm and funny too. You root for both of them, hoping they find happiness. Both characters get into your skin. Agnes and Shaggy became part of my life and I still think about them. Long after I finished the novel, that is real achievement, especially for the debut novel. Douglas Stuart said he grew up in a house with no books. Now he has won the biggest prize in publishing. He deserves it. The Duchess said, while COVID deprived us of so many cultural pleasures, we have at least been able to read. And as long as we can read, we can travel, we can escape, we can explore, we can laugh, we can cry, and we can grapple with life's mysteries. The Booker Prize is open to any novel written in English by an author of any nationality, and 4 of this year's nominated books were written by debut novelists. All of this year's nominees are based outside the UK. Mariah Carey's Christmas special will feature Ariana Grande and Jennifer Hudson. Mariah Carey's Magical Christmas special is set to debut globally next month, and her impressive guest list keeps growing. The All I Want for Christmas Is You singer has invited a lineup of superstars, including Ariana Grande, Jennifer Hudson, Tiffany Haddish, Billy Eichner, Snoop Dogg, Jermaine Dupri, Misty Copeland, and Michael Michelle Harris to take part. The soundtrack single and new music video for Oh Santa also features Carey performing with Grande and Hudson, and will be released on Apple Music and other streaming platforms on December 4. OMG! Derek Ramsay says breakup with Andrea Torres happened so fast, no third party involved. Derek Ramsay has finally confirmed that he and Andrea Torres have called it quits following breakup speculations. The 43-year-old actor admitted yesterday, November 19, that the two had split after an Instagram user left a comment in his latest post stating that something is wrong with Andrea because his previous relationship lasted longer. Please don't point the finger at anyone. There is nothing wrong with Andrea. She is a great woman, said Ramsay. There is no third party, he stressed. The breakup has happened so fast. Maybe two people are just not meant to be. Please respect us, he appealed. We shared our love to all of you, which is why I hope we can keep this to ourselves. Fans suspected there was trouble between the two when both actors removed photos of them together in their respective Instagram accounts. A source close to the 30-year-old actress confirmed to the Philippine entertainment portal that they had indeed broken up, after the two worked together while filming GMA teleserye The Better Woman in April 2019. They confirmed that they had feelings for each other in September of the same year. They introduced a joint YouTube channel, Andric Vlogs, in February 2020. The account is still up, with the last video uploading in September. One of their last appearances as a couple could be a vlog from celebrity cosmetics expert Vicky Bello.
Ay gulo-gulo ng puso at isipan ko. Daming sinasabi at nangyayari sa paligid ko. Tambay sa bahay, nagkalat ng pusoan. Just like your kilay, mukhang hindi nag-comply. But ayaw natin maging positive, napakarami na rin negative. Haters tell me how to live, but it's just to forgive sa classroom may batas. Bawal lumabas, pero pag sinabing bag, nagkumpay ka na bawal lumabas, pero may sinabing ginawa ka. Sabi nagbabawal nila, inalis mo yung ulo ng classroom nyo, at sinabit mo ulit. Ay pwede na pala kay lumabas sa buhay ay parang isang malaking silid-aralan. Iba't ibang tao, pangarap at bisyo, yan ang totoo. Sa bawat hakbang, malasyon na nakaabang. We'll not move on, we'll not learn a lesson. Okay lang ang magkamali, sa buhay di laging madali. Make the right, that's all we need. Pasensya na tao na sa classroom may tayo.